Hello guys, welcome to the Mastermind family. Today after so long days we are going to witness about the content of CRUD operations, especially on the MongoDB. Something which was especially on the MongoDB. Actually DB means just it refers an database. It was the video which comes under something the content of database design and management. It just contains only an part 1. In this part 1 we are going to witness about the create operation. Just let us enter into the video. See, actually, first of all, whenever we hear the word CRUD in MongoDB, what do you mean by CRUD in MongoDB? Actually, CRUD is the kind of operation just it only allows and depicts the users to view, search, and modify parts of the database. Even if there was one database, on those database we need to edit, we need to delete, we need to add some of the documents. So for these things, for this kind of activities, the operation called as an CRUD is used. Okay, then what is the CRUD? It wasn't data oriented, and it wasn't standardized. Yes, sure. The CRUD was the thing which wasn't data oriented, and it was standardized because it only the thing that follows an HTTP rules, which was nothing but an hypertext transfer protocol rules. Okay, the MongoDB, I mean Mongo database, is connected to the server, so we can be able to easily modify these document inside the database. Even we can be able to add it, even we can be able to delete it, and we can be able to modify everything inside the database through the documents, because it had been easily connected with a server. When the project is connected with a server, everything becomes an easy for the user. Just it is these three things is enough, or your own words is enough by this understanding when there is a question called as what is CRUD in MongoDB. And the second one, that we can be able to sell it as an CRUD. What is mean by CRUD? Just it as an expansion. See here, the CRUD is the thing. For C it stands for create, for R it stands for read, for U it stands for update, for D it stands for delete. So the combination of C or UD is called as the word what we are pronouncing as a CRUD. Create means to insert to new document in the database. Even there was a database that was existing in the PC. For the database, we are inserting some of the new document. Even if there is a database, even we need to study some of the thing, means we need to use the thing called as a read, which was to query a document in the database. And then even if there was a mistake in the database, we need to modify the document, so we can be able to use the thing called as an update. So it uses an U, and which was in D. From those database we can be able to delete what are the documents that was unnecessary, that was felt by the user. So we can be able to add, delete, or modify, or just only view, which was called as in read. So these kind of operations can be performed in the Mongo database by CRUD, which was called as in create, read, update, and delete. As a first one, we are going to see the create, how the create operation is performed. Even in the database, in the Mongo database, we are just verifying if there is any of the documents, is everything is verified. Okay, now just now I had been identified if there is a no document of mine what was I expecting. So from my PC I need to add some more documents. So for adding we need to use the operation called as in create. So we need to use the key term which was called as an insert. For creating for using the document, for using the operation called as in create, we need to use the document which was called as in using the keyword by insert. Okay, everything is okay. For adding, there are two multiple purposes. They had been classified into, which was called as in db.collection.insert1, db.collection.insert many. Actually this name is something reality hard, but even we can be able to witness and we can be able to solve or code it very easily. Yeah, let us see an example. Just come on. Actually insert one is the first data type. Even if we need to add only one document to the database at a particular time, we can be able to use the insert one. Even if we need to add a multiple number of documents to the database at a particular number of time, it was called as an insert many. Okay, even now I'm going to make you through the examples. Even I just assume the example as the database name as records.db. Records.db was the database name. I have been just keeping as an example, and inside that insert one function I can be able to use the document and I am inserting into the database. See, Actually, it was the format. Just see upon the first line. DB means database. You need to put it as in DB was the main thing. DB dot records DB. DB dot what was our database name. It was the thing what we need to write over in the second word. I'm going to insert records DB in the database, and I'm going to insert only the one document. It was called as an insert one using function. So we need to write start with an db dot what was the collection name here. I had been keep it as an example as records db. Okay, dot insert one. Inside that I need to give some of the data which was called as an example, from name Marsh, age 6 years, species dog, owner address 380 w.farive, chip read true, everything inside these are the brackets. Okay, everything had been given as an input. While the insertion had been successful, see here, even just read it the theory and write it with your own words. Even the insertion had been successful, this will be displayed like this: db.records.db.insert1, the same thing what you had been inputted, and everything will come under, and after that acknowledged true, and the inserted id will be created. Even if there is an we got the information about acknowledgement as in true, and some of the inserted id and object id, something we had been added any of the new document, it just refers only a thing. Even whatever it may be, we need to add some document, means db dot document name or database name dot insert one, then bracket. Inside that bracket we need to add the key value pass, which was called as a name Marsh, age 6. Like this we can be able to do something. Then after getting an input, we will get an output through, even we can be able to know through acknowledgement as in true, and the object id had been created. It was the thing which was called as an insert one. The second one is insert many, which it can be used at a database. We can be able to add a multiple documents at a particular time, which we can be able to use, which those multiple documents had been separated by commas, and it was also called as the nested method. Okay, let us see the example for this. db, same thing, db.records db.insert many, because I'm going to insert lot of things, right? Inside this function bracket I need to use additional square bracket. When I am using a square bracket, it was referring that it was a multiple document insertion. Okay, I had been inserted one of the thing, name Marsh, age 6 years, species dog, owner address something. It was one of the document where, so I had been completed using then set bracket. Then I need to insert some other thing which was called as a name Kitana, age 4 years. So there wasn't two documents I need to going to insert. So I had been separated these two documents by comma after the set brackets. As the same thing on the insert many, db records db.records database dot insert many, the what was the data had been entered as an input, it would be appear. After that the same thing, acknowledgement as in true, and the two of the object IDs had been created. See here, insert IDs, object ID 1 and object ID 2. Even when we are noticing this object ID, those last number had been changed, so it was an unique. Then we need to use separate set brackets and separate parentheses for this. Even it was the thing what we had been seen on the CRUD operations from the create. It was the entire part 1. Even let us see, focus on the read, update and delete on the upcoming videos through the next parts. Even if you have any query, just please ping me or just comment and heart if you like this video. Just please share, like and subscribe to your friends. Thank you, family.